My dear friends, it is halfway through the year and a wonderful time to get together as a group to take stock of how the first half has been. The year has been full of its ups and downs and challenges, and equally it's also given us a lot of opportunities. We started with the backdrop of the demonetization. We then had a lot of price cuts. And as we ended the first half, we had to manage the challenge of GST. But when I look at the first half performance of our business, and I look at the demonstration of the values of teamwork and courage right across the organization, I'm more than ever convinced that we have, by and large, the best team that is there in the industry, because that reflects in the performance of our business. At the end of May, we were on target. But in the month of June, we did fall slightly short of our targets on account of GST. But compared to the rest of the industry, our performance has been way above. And I want to really congratulate each one of you for this stupendous performance and for the spirit of never giving up that we have once more demonstrated. All of you in the field, the people in the branch offices, in distribution, in finance, in logistics, in our legal teams, our compliance teams, training teams, incentive teams, everybody came together along with strong marketing plans to make sure that we still go as close to our end point of first half. So where are we at the end of June? We are at about 95% of our first half target. In fact, at the end of May, we were at 100, and we have lost a bit in June because of specific reasons of GST. Almost all our teams are between 93 and 97%, and that is an excellent performance. And if we look back, it is because we have stuck to our basics. We focused on in-clinic performance. We focused on our CPA plus B. It's at 95% in all the teams. We made sure that we were implementing our medical marketing activities outstandingly. We make sure that our budgets for marketing were spent well. And most importantly, we all ensured that this was done by adjusting to the more and more demanding rules that we have around compliance and control. And I want to congratulate each one of you once more for this excellent work. But we must take this opportunity also to go back and thank all our partners, all our distributors and people in supply chain for supporting us through this very difficult time. But my friends, first half is over and we are now entering the second half of the year. And I want to focus the next few minutes on the challenges and some of our priorities in quarter three. First of all, even though we are slightly short of our target in the first half of the year, we are not giving up. We are committed to delivering the full year target. So we have to buck up and quickly make up for the shortfall that we have in the month of June. Now, why is there a shortfall? The shortfall is there because due to GST, our retail partners, whether they are pharmacies or whether they are wholesalers, have reduced their stock slightly. And consequently, even the distributors have reduced their stock slightly. So we have a case of having lower stock in both the retail as well as the distributors. So our first job is to make sure that our prescriptions do not decline. We've had a terrific success with the quality of our prescriptions, and we must make sure that in quarter three, we are focusing on in-clinic work and our prescription drive continues even more aggressively. The second task we have is to make sure that we build back stocks, which means that we have to go and ensure that we take a POB drive across every territory. That has to be done fast so that our retailers begin to stock back and consequently our distributors also begin to buy back. The third, do not lose sight of the medical marketing activities that we have. It is that fundamental competency that we have which ensures that we continuously get more and more prescriptions and we are covering more and more doctors for better output. Finally, remember, my friends, this is fundamentally a volume game. The only thing which matters is volume. Pricing will come and go. So focus on sequential growth of volume in all our brands. If we continue to go back to our basics of in-clinic performance, excellent medical marketing activities, special drive this quarter on POBs, and making sure that we are adjusting ourselves even better to the new requirements of compliance and control, we will go past more than the industry has ever seen, particularly with Sanofi. But through all this, I would like you to remember that we have to work together as one team. And we have to make sure that we do not ever give up. And for that, we have a fantastic new incentive plan which has been introduced because it is recognized that there is indeed a shortfall in June. And therefore, if we have to motivate ourselves as well as our partners to be able to come back quickly in July, August, and September, there is a new incentive plan which has been developed by the BEX team, and that is getting rolled out. As we have been saying consistently, nobody in the field will lose out on any incentives on account of surprises which are due to government or regulation, etc. We will always give the chance to come back and in fact give people more incentive to demonstrate that they know how to fight back and they don't give up. And you will find an interesting incentive scheme also being rolled out now. So let's make sure that we are focused on quarter 3. In particular, we do it with speed. Focus on July month to ensure that the upstocking starts again, and keep our minds on our customers, which is our doctors. If we do that and we continue to hold our CPA A+B on plan, even though the month of July is normally the difficult one for that, we will ensure that we will come back very strongly. The good news is that because of all our efforts, India as a country is becoming more and more strategic for Sanofi globally. It has been demonstrated in the new launches which are coming to India, whether it's in diabetes, whether it's in Genzyme, even in areas around neurosciences like multiple sclerosis. So we have more and more products which are getting launched in India in the next 6 to 18 months, which will give us more opportunities for growth, for career development, and importantly, will give the new positive momentum which is required for our business growth. But to make sure that everyone in the group globally has the faith and trust in India, it is not only enough to do our business well, but it's also important to do our business rightly. And therefore, I want to re-emphasize the importance of compliance and control. There is absolutely no marks for doing sales which are non-compliant. We have already demonstrated it very actively and very firmly that any sales which comes on account of sharing incentives with distributors, etc., is not acceptable and will be dealt with a very firm hand. So please avoid anything which actually diminishes the quality of the work which you demonstrate. I want to once again thank each one of you. I want to thank your families, and I want to thank all your partners who are there in the trade for the wonderful support that they have given. And I'm sure that we'll continue to demonstrate the excellent work that we have shown over the last many years. This is the period of monsoon. There is a lot of travel to be done. I would like each one of you to take extra caution, extra precautions. You do not get more sales by going to any place earlier. And particularly in the monsoons, you have to make sure that the vehicles are fine, the tires are fine, and there are no risks which are taken. I would encourage you not only to follow safety procedures yourself, but also to bring to notice anybody who is not and try and advise them through our road champions or directly to be more careful. Let us make sure that we once more demonstrate our spirit of never giving up, and we continue to exemplify the values for which this company stands. All the very best for quarter 3 and for the period ahead.